All right. First question is, how long will it take to recover? And I'm, let's see, kind of a two-part. And it says, do I have to stay in a sling for a month? Absolutely not. So, matter of fact, that was a perfect question. Maybe they put that question in before I got to that last slide. So I'm going to go back to that slide and show you a comparison. 2 to 5 days for getting back to work really is what we typically see. And then again, sling time for our patients, my typical patient is in a sling maybe 2, maybe 3 days. And you're actually able to take the arm out. And remember, the key factor there is that you are not destabilizing tissue when you perform a orthobiologic procedure. I explain to patients the largest needle that I'm going to use on your shoulder is smaller than the needle that we use to give you IV anesthesia, right? It's remarkably small, and about a week out from the procedure, people have difficulty even seeing any evidence that I ever went in there. And I tell people, and there's another part that kind of explains this. When I do a procedure for the shoulder, and let's say you, for whatever reason, you had to have surgery or you saw a surgeon, a month later, 2 months later, the surgeon won't even know that I've been there. That's how light of a touch and how small and how specific we can be with our procedures. We can literally feed our treatment needles through the eye of a sewing needle, which is less than a millimeter in size. It's about a third of a millimeter. So we can place needles with that specificity. Whereas on the other side, surgery, you have to make an incision, in order to get in there. So that kind of gives you an idea. And then recovery time, I'm typically releasing patients, depending on the level of damage to your shoulder, anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks back to normal activity. If it's a return to sport situation, it's going to be a little longer depending on how bad that tear is before we feel confident and safe to get you totally back to that. Let's say if you're playing tennis, baseball, other types of things.